I want to put flowers on this or something so it's less microphony. Flowers. Okay. I just drew so much more attention to that microphone than I needed to. Hello, my pretties, the witch is back. Today we're going to talk about grounding and centering. Grounding and centering are both meditation methods that often use visualization to help you become more present and aware in your body and to focus your energy. For regular meditation methods, this can be used to become present, to find a sense of calm. It can also be used to relieve anxiety. I know it's helped me before, but for a witch, this can be a very useful tool for focusing your energy. There are a lot of different slightly varying perspectives on what each of these individually do. I will not say ever that I am speaking for the community as a whole. I am only speaking from my personal perspective and opinion and experience. So for me, grounding is a method to reconnect with the earth, to become present in your body and your reality. Many will also combine grounding with earthing. Earthing is where you make like a physical connection to a natural resource like grass or sand or soil. While earthing might be an ideal method of grounding for you, it's not exactly possible for everyone, so I keep them kind of separate in my brain. Centering is finding your energy center, aligning your energy up, and being able to focus on it. These could also be calling your energy back from anywhere that it might have, scattered off to. But ultimately, centering is to then center all of your energy so that it is in your body and ready to be focused at the task at hand. I will briefly touch on raising energy and shielding right now because both of those will sometimes be thrown in to conversations about these. I don't want to make it sound like there are a whole bunch of different complicated steps to get to do any sort of magic or ritual work because these will vary depending on the practitioner. Some will do none of them, some will do all of them. So I don't want to make it too complicated, but raising energy is exactly what it sounds like it is. It is raising a bunch of energy within a space, within a circle, within yourself. And for some, raising energy will go hand in hand with grounding and centering because you are going to be pulling energy sort of from various locations and centering it in yourself. So raising energy could be done this way, but raising energy is often also done in high energy activities. So for you, you might omit grounding and centering altogether, and you might just dance or sing or something that is raising energy, but also something that feels very meditative and natural to you. Shielding is also, like it sounds, creating an energetic shield to protect you, but a lot of times people will cast circles in place of this. I actually do a circle casting method that is essentially just shielding in my circle casting video. I cannot believe how old that video is, but that's still my method. That's still how, nothing has really changed. This is still basically my two main methods for circle casting. So if you want to find my shielding method, which is basically just a non-tool based circle casting, I'll link it somehow. Some way. It's linked somewhere. It is often considered beneficial to do grounding and centering both before and after ritual work or bigger energetic workings. The grounding and centering that you're going to do before is to focus your energy to become present in your body, and then the grounding and centering that you do afterwards is to release any excess energy, anything that you might have raised during that process that you don't need to store in your body. You're letting it back out. Think of it like stretching before and after a workout. The stretch before is to limber you up, to make sure that you're not going to hurt yourself, you're not going to overexert your body, you're warming up, you're getting everything ready to go. And then you do like a cool down stretch, which is, stretching your muscles back out after the big workout, cooling your body down. It's kind of very similar to that. Just as there are a lot of varying descriptions of what grounding and centering are, there are just as many, if not more, methods to grounding and centering. So if you try out mine or you've tried out ones before and it's just not working for you, that doesn't mean that grounding and centering or meditation is not for you. It just means that this one does not come naturally to you. So keep trying new things, keep, working with different methods if you haven't found one that is suited to you yet. Some things like walking, yoga, painting, dance, other things could be meditative. You just will have to think outside of the standard meditation box for yourself if that's going to be easier for you to work with. One of the things that I didn't really cover in my circle casting video is where I put grounding and centering into my routine, and that's because I don't always feel that it's necessary. I think that for me, circle casting kind of puts me in the present. That action in its own in itself is what makes me feel centered. It makes me feel like I start focusing on where my energy is in my body. I start focusing on the ground. So that sort of has become my main grounding and centering method because I am a multitasker. And of course, I have to try to wedge a whole bunch of things into one little thing instead of being able to take the time and the patience to do a bunch of different things that would probably benefit me greatly. But if I have done my circle casting and I don't feel fully grounded and centered, which can happen, or if I have not done a circle casting, if I've just done this shielding method and I feel like I need more, or if I'm doing something that I don't feel like I need to do a circle casting for, but I really want to ground and center for, or if I'm having anxiety, sometimes I will just do a grounding and centering method. This is my preferred go-to, very quick grounding and centering meditation. Sit or stand comfortably. I prefer to sit because I think that it takes a lot of the weight off of your body, off of your legs, but if you can only stand, that's okay. The point is you need to feel, comfortable and fluid in your body in that space. And for a lot of people, sitting or even laying down is going to be the best method for them to feel the earth, to make that connection. Focus your attention on whatever part of your body is touching the ground. It could be a chair, it could be the floor of your bedroom, wherever you are. Just focus on what part of your body is connected to that. Breathe into feeling that connection to the ground. If you're sitting, this might be your thighs. If your feet are touching the ground, it's going to be your feet. If you're crisscrossed, it might be the different parts of your leg. Whatever physical connection you have that is going to become connected to the earth. Next, you're going to become a tree. Okay, stay with me for a minute. If you are a visualizer, you can focus on visualization. If you are a feeler, you can focus on feeling. I personally like to do a little combination of both. So I like to try to both visualize and feel tree roots coming out of the physical connections that I have with the earth into the ground. So wherever your physical connection to the floor, to the chair, wherever that is, you're going to imagine just roots of a tree going down. If you are on a multi-story apartment building or something like that, you don't have to imagine it going through each apartment unless you really want to. You can just imagine that right underneath of you is the earth, because that's going to be the easiest way to do it. Once your tree roots have made a really solid connection into the earth, then you have enough rooting, enough energy that you can start growing your branches upward. So next you're going to visualize branches, like tree branches. You can be whatever kind of plant you want to be. If you want to be a rose bush, if you want to be a birch tree, whatever you want to be, just imagine that you're sprouting that branch, that plant energy towards the sky, towards, like they would with the sun. They're going to try to reach. It might help for you to raise your arms, but for me, I just kind of like to visualize it like a moose tree person coming out of my head. So after my tree branches or rose bush branches, whatever it would be, reach towards the sky, then I'm going to breathe here for a minute. I always feel my posture naturally shift into a more straight place because I'm imagining this aligning happening. And that is actually where we're going to get into the centering part. After we've sat here as this nice little tree for a breath or two, it doesn't have to be very long. We're going to visualize the energy from the earth below us and the sky above us coming together to meet at your energy center. Your personal energy center might vary. I've heard that a lot of people feel that their, energy is in their core, it's in their stomach. For some reason, I always feel like it's kind of right here up by my chest, my rib cage. This is sort of where mine always naturally seems to go to. So whatever you feel like your energetic center, whatever you feel like your base would be, that is where that energy is going to meet. It can be nice little glowing energy that comes to meet at the center. It could be fire, it could be water. Once that energy comes into your center, then you're just going to breathe here for a minute, because that's your focused energy. You've now grounded and centered, your energy is focused, and you are ready to use it. Okay, what if you don't want to be a tree? I am a plant lady, but I hear you. It's maybe not going to resonate with everybody. If you don't want to be a tree, if you don't want to be a plant, you may resonate more with another element. Rather than become a tree, you might feel it's more natural for you to become a, blazing fireball that is seeping down into the earth and rising up towards the sky. You might feel that you are a waterfall, creating like a natural cycle of water coming up and down. Maybe you're a gust of wind. Maybe you are a celestial body that is going to connect to the core of the earth and reach up to the stars and planets. Not every witch is going to want to be a tree, so if you are going to resonate more with anything else, that is totally up to you. Whatever is going to help get you to that visualization, to that meditation practice is going to be best. Let me know if you try this method and if something is working for you, or if you've chosen not to be a tree or chosen to be a very specific tree. I would love to hear about it. Leave me a note in the comments. If you enjoyed this, please consider leaving a like so I know that I'm doing a good job. And if you haven't subscribed already, I have a whole bunch of new videos lined up that I'm kind of excited to share with you guys. So subscribe and join us for upcoming content, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!